Shop Talk is filmed at 1009 Kingston Road in Toronto.
Jesus is King album?
Have I heard it yet? No, I haven't heard it yet.
But you've heard about it. Jesus is King?
No clue.
Oh, really? Oh. Jesus is King?
I heard about it, but I didn't listen to it.
You didn't listen to it? No. Because it's a gospel album, or because...
I guess I just didn't get to it.
Yeah. I know, there's so much music out. Yeah, what did you think?
I haven't heard it. I haven't heard anything off the album.
And you haven't heard anything about it?
I heard that he turns his life over to Christ, but whatever.
Yeah, he's not going to be doing any more secular music anymore. So he's not performing any of his old songs in the same way.
I don't believe any of it.
He's born again.
I don't believe any of it. And like I said, prove me wrong. If you're watching Kanye, prove me wrong, but I don't believe any. I think it's all propaganda.
He did the jobs. He did get more jobs.
Well, yeah?
He's getting Yeezys built in the States. Mm-hmm. So all of that came to fruition. So that's
maybe
cool.
It's his agent or whatever telling him, his management is telling him to, he's got to change up his, I guess his character? Because they do that all the time. They're constantly doing that.
You're telling me though,
after
all he's been through, he can't sincerely be a born again? He's been through a lot. He's been through enough.
If he didn't say it, if he just did it and didn't say anything about it, then I would believe it. Let me find out about it. You know what I'm saying? Just like when Mos Def changed his name and said he was going to follow the, I think he became what do they call those guys? Amour.
Okay.
But he didn't announce it.
Yeah.
You just had to do your research to find out, oh, this is what he's doing. But because Kanye came out and said it, and I guess he dedicated his whole album to Jesus? Is that what he...
Yeah.
The whole album, it's just about God?
Yeah. Yeah,
so you went overboard. You went too far.
Gospel rap album.
Too far. But gospel rap, that's a good idea. I mean, that's a niche market.
I'm telling you. Yeah. Uplifting.
Yes.
I like the
absolutely.
album. I like the album. I'm also though like, you know me, I'm a Gotti. So like when I hear somebody's turning to God,
true.
Like,
true.
Oh good, I embrace it.
Yes.
Yeah, I want to believe him and I want to support him.
Well, I hope he's serious. To be honest, I
this
just
is
hope
something
he's not.
you have to be serious about. Yeah.
Well,
God
you would think.
Yeah.
Snoop did it. Remember when Snoop said he was going to be a Ross?
Yeah.
That's a serious thing to.
Is he still Ross?
No. He totally changed his mind. Snoop's not Ross no more. He's back to regular Snoop. He said he wasn't going to swear no more. Talking about. He wasn't going to do none of that before, but he's still doing it. He's exactly the same. So I've heard it all before.
Well, Kanye's trying.
Well, that's good.
Just in terms of like drinking and stuff like that, he's been honest about just, whatever. It takes some time.
Like I said, I'm not judging. I hope he's telling the truth. Or just do it. Because obviously, Kanye, you're a huge public figure. And whatever you do, there's going to be a lot of followers. So if you're doing it, do it for real. That's all I'm saying.
Well, Kanye has children now, so he wants to praise the word of the Lord to them, I guess, instead of cursing and swearing.
Right? Nothing wrong with that. No. Being wholesome.
I did hear he wants to run for president in 2024.
Oh, that's right. He made that very clear. He made that very clear.
And I'm going to say, if America elects Kanye West as president, they're doomed. It's a society that is completely doomed.
Okay. Well, according to him, in the meantime, between now and then, he plans on getting so many jobs that he won't have to, creating so many jobs for Americans that he won't have to run for president, he'll walk.
Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Yeah.
I love that line.
With the Lord, you know what? His theme should be footprints in the sand. When God is walking with you and you aren't walking alone. There you go, Kanye. One for you.
Amen.
Ego.
Jesus is King. Did you hear about the project?
His going to churches and.
Oh, that's it. He also went to a prison to perform as well.
Yeah.
It was one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen, you guys.
Yeah.
People were like on their knees.
Yeah, I know. But Americans remember back in the days, like Americans with the churches, the what do you call it? What was that guy's name? Jimmy something.
The televangelists.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jimmy Swaggart. These guys. he's doing basically the same thing in my eyes. I mean, in America, when it comes to religion, they just fall face first. They don't follow like what is in their heart. They just follow what somebody is saying. You know, like if you believe in God, you don't need to go to church to believe in God.
I know that's what Kanye's
And you don't need a
saying, too.
Kanye that basically had come out one time and said he sold his soul to the devil. Remember for his industry? You remember that?
No.
Got a happy meal with it?
Yeah.
Okay, well, anyways. You know, these guys are trying to redeem themselves from their past.
Okay, and isn't that okay?
Which is fine, but you don't need to put it on a platform.
Huh.
You know what I mean? You don't need to be putting it, oh, I got to go to this church and have them believe that I've changed. And no, just do it yourself and do it for yourself. Don't try and have this. Now, he's most popular in churches now. And you know what I mean? Like, didn't he want that in his music career too, to be the best? Didn't he say at one time he was a god? You know what I mean?
Well, he's
Like,
taking all that back.
of course, because it didn't work out. Because he found out he's not. He's God.
Amen.
He isn't God.
Exactly.
Amen.
He's an unmedicated bipolar person.
Remember when he was on TV?
Well, this is
and
it.
blew
Okay.
up?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
he's talked about the liposuction.
Yes, and he talked about
He
yes.
talked about taking.
And he talked about that as like
He was trying to
a
release.
breakdown. Like he
Yeah.
was having a breakdown, right?
And then when you listen to his wife Kim Kardashian on the show, she's basically saying, "Oh, I love it. I think it's great what he's doing," but not really supporting him in it, because she's not at the churches going with him. You know what I mean? So it's sort of like,
she's at the services.
wow.
She's at their services. It's become a family thing. My point though
The
is,
Kardashians. It's a family thing.
why not turn to God?
I just think it's America's
Like everything
sense
he's been
of
through.
entitlement in the fame world. Like everybody's got to come up with the next big gimmick to stay relevant in the world. And he's the king of staying relevant, whether it's negative attention. Any attention is better than nothing.
No bad thing, no such thing as bad PR.
Like marrying Kim Kardashian was attention for him. Because rumor has it he likes his fashion designer in France or something.
Salacious. Salacious.
It's true though.
Have you guys been watching the impeachment hearings in here?
Is there an impeachment going on? Really?
Oh wow.
Like, come on.
You guys haven't been watching it.
I hear pieces here and there. How long has this impeachment thing been going
I
on
don't
now?
know.
Exactly. Come on. Come on. It's like a,
You
it's
haven't
like
followed the impeachment hearing at all?
a reality show.
It is like a reality
Yeah.
show.
Nothing's gonna come of it. How much you want to bet? Nothing is gonna
I'll
become
bet
of it.
anything on it. I'll bet anything on
You know
it.
what I mean? It's all like, again, it's TV, made for TV stuff. This is good ratings. You got people tuning in. It's like a soap opera.
It literally is. Did you check out the new Kanye album?
No,
No, you plan on doing it? Jesus is King?
probably not.
Yeah. What else did I have on my... Oh, that's right, Cap. Cap doing his
His own thing?
his workout.
Yeah.
Personal workout.
Sean could tell you more about that stuff. That. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't see it.
The one headline, I didn't watch it either. The one headline that I read was that, oh, JayZ's disappointed that it ended up being
Well, he did wear a Kunta Kinte t-shirt. too.
this is it. It ended up being a spectacle. Like it ended up being.
Like, I mean, you wore a Kunta Kinte
A media
t-shirt.
showcase.
You have no relevance to this, right? He has no relevance to Kunta Kinte and the roots back
Yeah,
then.
come on.
Don't do that. I find that's very offensive to even black people, especially those who had gone through slavery and the families that had really gone through that.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Um,
And what's he saying? I don't understand the mixed message.
like he wants
Why
to
would
be.
you call yourself Kunta Kinte and then be performing for the slave masters?
Yeah, and then you were growing up by the slave masters. They brought you up. They brought you up with a different mentality. So all of a sudden now your mentality is, you got a platform, let me speak on injustice. When you've never had injustice done to you, I've never heard of you even being pulled over in a car, right? And been profiled. Not once have I ever heard Colin Kaepernick have that happen to him. So at least go through an experience and then say there's injustice.
Well, he feels like this NFL experience is his experience. Cap, how are we feeling about him? Okay, And this was always our question. What was confusing? Does he want to play? If he wants to play, then why are we boycotting the NFL? If he's willing to go back.
Here's my whole thing is he got the lawsuit, he won the money. I don't understand what's going on. I'm a little bit confused.
Oh, you thought that it just meant the money meant he'd be out. He wouldn't be playing anymore.
Yeah, I thought it was all over now. Now he got his money to go and make the stand that he wants to make, but he wants to play football now. So I'm a little bit confused.
Did any team show interest in him? Did any team show
There were
interest?
32 teams were going to show up for the original NFL practice.
Yeah.
So what he did was he switched it. He switched it halfway through. So as it was coming to the time to go to this Atlanta camp,
Yeah.
he decided he wanted to go somewhere else and do it
Atlanta?
and have his people run it.
Yeah.
And then only 8 NFL representatives showed up. So all 32 representatives were going to go
Yeah.
to the Atlanta NFL workout.
Okay.
But he
then-
decided to do his own
Why?
personal workout because he wants transparency, he said, right? So transparency, he wants it to be very clear on what the objective is. Which seems to me his objective is his own.
What's the
It's not
objective?
about being a player, it's about being heard again.
But
I
he's
think
not
his-
saying anything.
I never heard him.
After the NFL, after he did the workout, he said that he called on 32 teams,
Yeah.
32 owners,
Yeah.
and Roger Goodell, all that, come and this is what's happening. But unfortunately for him, it got lost with the Nike campaign and the lawsuit, the settlement. When he got the settlement, it was sort of like saying, I got my settlement, I'm not going to play with the NFL anymore.
Yeah, that's what Panther.
That's what we
Yeah.
officially figured, that he
Yeah.
got the over $100 million
Oh, really?
because he got his $100 million. So on top of that, now you want to do a workout for the teams, which they wanted to have you come and work out. You wanted to do it yourself, and then you're saying
So
that
are you saying
these.
he's being too fussy? Is he being too fussy?
Of course, because any player that wants to work out for the NFL after leaving the NFL and come back in
Has to do it a certain way.
has to do it
There's
their way.
protocol.
Yeah, you have to sign waivers.
Yeah.
You have to sign because they don't want you to say that, oh, this team was racially biased against me.
Yeah.
They don't want that kind of stuff. So obviously there's waivers that he had to sign. But I mean, obviously he feels that he's fighting the NFL, but it's not.
Did you ever have an opinion on Cap?
Not really.
Was it clear? His objective? Was his objective clear?
No, I think he's a little mixed up. It started out kind of clear, and then it kind of went into the limelight. I think maybe he got carried away a little bit.
It's become more about him. I think.
Yeah, it's all about him.
Okay, what else has been going on? Panther, I didn't even get you on camera yet, man. What else is new? What you want to talk about? What's the gripe of the week?
I couldn't tell you.
Got any beef?
I've been off the internet.
Anything piss you off this week? Internet, TV, in real life?
No.
What about the Toronto shootings that's been happening?
That's messed up. That's messed up.
What's the word to the kids, though?
Stay in school, man.
Huh.
It's not worth it. It's not worth it. Stay in school, get a job. Because the street thing that you live in, you're gonna outgrow it.
Come on.
It's not worth the pain and the suffering you're gonna put your family members through.
Come on.
The TJ's in city tonight.
Who's little TJ?
Sing it, Panther.
Okay, my friend. Skate hard, eh? You don't know who little TJ is?
No.
We hold on. We pop up out your party. We with the gang. It's gonna be a robbery.
So I do.
So tuck your chain.
So what's the big deal about that?
I guess because the little kids are.
Are excited about him?
Yeah, he's young, right? Mm-hmm. So the kids are going crazy about that right now.
See? That's how you know you can't keep pretending to be young. If we aren't even in touch, I don't even know who little TJ is. I gotta get in touch. Else nobody's gonna believe I'm 18 no more. Hey?
Yeah, that's it. My kids are gonna be there. My son,
Oh
my
man.
daughter's working there.
Come on, are you kidding
The
me?
barbers, the young barbers are
Oh
going.
my gosh, you're like
I feel
excited about it?
so.
Who's the young
Yeah, I
barber
want to
that's
go.
going? Abraham is going?
James, you know James. James is going. Manny is going.
Come on, you guys.
Yeah.
Give me a break. This kid's not like that hot.
Yeah,
Maybe he is.
Maybe he is. I mean, my son's living. He's going all the way from Pickering to go down there.
Come
Like,
on.
he's making sure he's going, right?
Hilarious.
So, I don't know who this guy is.
Little TJ?
I have to look him up like I did 6ix9ine at one time. Because these guys, like, they go from artist to artist within 6 months.
Yeah, I know.
It's somebody else.
Honest
It's
to
like
God.
there's never
Honest to God.
a guy after 10 years, like, you're still loving him anymore. You know what I mean?
That's heartbreaking.
That's, yeah, it's sad for the music industry. But I mean, I guess it's good for the artists like TJ, for example. He'll make his millions and then he won't be. Next year, he's going to have to watch his money because
into
you don't
something
know
else.
how long your career is going to go.
Honest to God.
But you know what? It's funny because I was hearing about how these guys get signed for 5-year record deals.
Yeah.
Like, I was listening
And
to the
most
story
tours
about
don't last
Shine.
5 years. Yeah.
Shine story with P. Diddy.
Yeah.
He signed him for 5 records.
Yeah.
And within 6 months, he had the shooting charge.
Yeah.
And he got deported and all that
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
He still can't collect his money because he has to make the 5 records.
Oh,
So you're under
he's still
contract
locked
for
in
5.
contract.
Yeah, you're under contract for 5 albums.
Sell your soul.
P. Diddy got it.
Was this for Kanye?
Final word. Yeah, let's get a final word on Kanye West.
Yeah. If you're gonna, like I said, if you're gonna follow God and dedicate your life to God, do it. And lead by example. So that means all the stuff that you've been doing on TV and acting up and going on crazy and like that, you can't do that anymore. Like, you gotta walk in the fear of God now. If it's true. If not, don't say stuff like that. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, just keep it real.
Did we get your take on it?
You did not get my take on
Come
it.
on. What's your take on Jesus is King?
I believe that I never heard it yet, but I believe that Kanye West is just jumping on what's next, what the next thing that he can make a money off of. I don't believe that he's
A born again?
born again and no, I don't believe all that.
Come on, P. How
I just
come?
don't believe it. I need more proof.
Huh.
There's a lot of money in the church, eh? Lots of money in the church. Ask Mason Bethel.
It seems like a scary hustle. I wouldn't play around with that. I wouldn't play around with that hustle. I believe him, you guys.
You believe him?
That's a scary hustle. It would never occur to me to even do that hustle. Not him.
About the Illuminati and stuff before. Wasn't he in the Illuminati? You think he just joined the Illuminati and get out? Do you think he
When
could
did he
just...
say anything about the Illuminati?
Him and JayZ and all their performances back in those days when you see him in the Power video and all the
symbolism
demonic
and stuff.
symbolism. I mean, come on. You think you just wash that away because you're using now God is the answer for you?
It can be. Well, there has to
Let
be
me
room
tell
for
you.
redemption like that. That is the level of God's redemption.
You know, God.
Yeah.
And Kanye's got to remember the first album, Jesus Walks?
Yeah, I love Jesus Walks.
So why didn't he say that? I remember I don't know if you remember the song, how it went. How he's saying, if he talks about Jesus, his album won't sell?
Yeah.
When he went to, remember that he talked about that. That's part of the rap.
Yeah.
And he left that alone like a long time. And how many albums later is it that he's back to Jesus again? I rest my case. Not to say people can't change, but do it for the right reasons.
How does he prove it's the right? He's doing it for the right reasons. What do you need to see that he's sincere?
I don't know. It's gonna take more than just an album that he claims is a gospel album. I need more than that. It's gonna take more than that.
I don't know. I just feel that you don't need to. He's got a platform. Obviously, he could win over anybody, whatever he says. So if he says that he's a reborn Christian or whatever he's saying, people are gonna believe in it, right? Because, like you said, you want to believe in it. You want to believe that he's coming on the righteous path. But I just find that these guys are just so. It's so like a watered down. Like it's so. Religion is so watered down now. Like people, I don't know.
Well, he performed at this prison that was really inspiring. Jesus is King.
Pardon?
Jesus is King.
Amen.
Have you checked it out, the Kanye West album?
No.
Would you listen to that Kanye West album?
I don't really follow Kanye.
No, I know. A lot of people are. Oh, see.
Kanye?
Yeah.
You see what happened, bro? Should have stuck with the Jesus Walks from the first album. Now nobody wants to hear from you now.
Really?
Well,
He's definitely having a hard time selling it. A lot of people are skeptical.
Can't sell God.
nobody wants to hear
There's no
about
price
God.
on God.
I mean,
No,
it's a beautiful thing, but nobody wants to hear about
He's
God.
having a hard time convincing a lot of people that he's sincere. That it's not just a hustle. A lot of people just see it as a hustle. Because there is a lot of money in God, but that doesn't mean that he's not there sincerely. Did you guys see the footage of him in the jail? He went to this jail in Houston. And he moved the people. The people were on their knees.
Preaching?
On their knees. Performing. And the thing is, they were in one room.
but he could
He
leave
wasn't
the
on the
jail.
stage.
He could leave
Everybody
the-
was on
He's
one
not
level.
stuck there.
He had the choir dressed in a purple that complemented what the inmates were wearing. So it was like this beautiful moment.
Yeah, but those.
These guys really, they gotta go back to their cell after. They're
Yeah,
exactly.
exactly. So he
He's
moved
able
them.
to go into
He
a
said he
limousine
can't free
when
them.
he's leaving. He's leaving in a limousine. And he's probably saying, yeah, I got these guys won over.
I doubt it. Sean, come on.
I don't know.
You guys are funny.
My pastor still wants money for the roof, man. He's still asking for money for the roof.
Everybody's pastor needs
The roof
money
is
for the
supposed to be
roof.
built already.
That's the oldest hustle.
This is Pete Cutter from Cut and Run. Thank you for watching another week of Chop Talk. Please subscribe.
Put it on my pancakes.
I did it.